Alright guys, so yesterday I tried to make this video, but it turned out pretty crappy, so I'm gonna redo it today since I'm not editing as much. I just uploaded a video last night. And the idea I had, like what I wanted to talk about, was sacrifice, in terms of like what you have to give up to do something great, alright? Yes, I was about to say, like, we being corny. This isn't really corny, right? Like, motivation, this stuff isn't really corny. From the outside, it might seem corny, but anyone who's actually like chasing their dreams or trying to do something, they won't find this corny, right? I hope people who actually watch these videos specifically don't find this corny. But yeah, what was I saying? I'm gonna try to like I said this yesterday in my previous recording, that this is like a topic that isn't as fun to talk about compared to like the other ones that I did. Like, um, what's my? It's called Death Gamble, right? Death Gamble. Yeah, Death Gamble. Yeah, I said that this topic isn't as fun as like being delusional. Oh my gosh, 56 minutes on that is crazy. 46 minutes on that. What? That's crazy. Um that's actually insane, but I don't think I could yap that long for this. I feel like I can, but again, it's just not as fun as talking about these two. But okay, let's get into the topic at hand, okay? Sacrifice. So, the reason why I wanted to yap about this was because I entered a slump recently. I'm pretty sure it was in this video. It was definitely this video or this. I don't know. It was in one of these videos where I said that, like, oh yeah, I'm in a good place right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was at the beginning of this month, was it not? Yeah, both of these were in February actually. I feel like it was this video then. Um, yeah, I said that I was in a good space, and I actually like fell into a slump. I said this in my latest video that I've been playing Fortnite a lot. I'm not even joking. Like, it's not a joke. I've been playing Fortnite like a lot, and it's to the point where like it's not my focus in quotations, but it was the main thing. You know, like back in the day when you used to play video games all day, it kind of felt like that, right? At the same time, another reason why I was playing Fortnite a lot, even though it's like really fun, which I'll get into in a second, is because I was procrastinating. Because I have this video, I kept saying it. We could go check it. I kept saying it that I was going to upload this video. Where is it? Oh goodness gracious. Okay, look. So this video right here, I said tomorrow, which is like, thinking back to it, what the frick was I talking about? I don't even think I didn't even finish recording it. Guys, this is like it's the longest video I've ever made. I don't know why I said tomorrow, as if I literally wasn't even halfway finished recording it, and I would have to find panels and edit it, and I was gonna drop it to, like, that was absolute cap. I don't know why I just lied like that. That was crazy. I did, to be honest, I didn't expect it to be that long. Like, if you guys want a reference, this video is 19 sections long. And on top of that, my usual sections are 5 minutes. This one has some of them that are 6 minutes. So imagine 19 5 to 6 section 19 5 to 6 minute sections. So that's around like an hour 30 minutes, an hour 40 minutes. There's no way I was going to drop that in one day. That was such a dumb thing for me to say. And for reference, my for reference let's see what video. Actually, we could talk about this video right here that I just uploaded. 36 minutes. This was 7 sections. So yeah, we're talking almost 3 times this. So yeah, I don't know what the hell was I don't know what I was smoking, but this video is super freaking long, right? And I was procrastinating on it. Of course I was, bro. It was a super long video. Insanely long video, bro. I'm gonna drop it this Sunday, though. If I don't drop it this Sunday, bro, that's on me. Anyways, basically, I was procrastinating, so I got back on Fortnite, and I explained this, that, like, I was playing with my little brother, and he showed me that he was playing, like, this tournament on Fortnite. I was like, yo, I could play that tournament, too. Fortnite really does a good job doing that, I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, there's obviously, like, pros. Like, you guys have heard of Peterbot before, right? There's pros like Peterbot. I'm obviously not about to fight against Peterbot. But there's lower tournaments for people who, like, just, you know what I'm saying? People who aren't as good as the pros, but they can still play a tournament, get some prizes. They're like they do a good job doing that. And so yeah, I got hooked a little bit, okay? And what I realized is that I freaking, like, in quotations, sacrificed YouTube for Fortnite, and it gave me nothing, to be honest, right? I kept telling my little brother, oh my god, like, bro, I'm talking before 2 weeks ago, right? I'll say like a month ago. I used to tell my brother, oh my gosh, I'm so trash at Fortnite, bro. Like, I'm so trash, I'm so washed, but I don't have time to actually play it. You know, like, I remember in December I had a wager. I played a wager, like, for $100, or in my case, I did a wager for like 2 thumbnails, right? And I had to literally, like, warm up the day before, bro. Like, I had to play all day the day before, and then the day of, because I wasn't playing Fortnite, to be honest, because I was so locked in on YouTube. And you switch it, and, like, now, I mean, not now, but I was locked in on Fortnite, right? And Fortnite became the main thing. And I became good again, right? I kept telling my little brother, oh my gosh, I'm so washed, I don't have time for it. And now I have time for it, and I'm good at Fortnite. I'm decent at Fortnite. I'm really good. Like, I feel like I'm in, like, the upper echelon of, like, console players, bro. I do feel like I am. And what did it give me, bro? Absolutely freaking nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro. Like, it's just ridiculous. It gave me nothing. I'm over here freaking, like, I'm over here playing all day, and it gives me nothing, right? And so when you really when you realize that, I'm like, bro, like, I gotta sacrifice Fortnite, bro. I gotta put it on the back burner. Maybe not even touch it for a couple days, couple weeks, maybe. Go back to the version of me that was literally only thinking about YouTube, bro. Bro, it was my December 23rd. It was my birthday. I didn't care to do anything, bro. I just wanted to do YouTube, bro. It was my birthday. It was Christmas. It was New Year's, bro. I just wanted to do YouTube, bro. You see the switch, right? And so, like, this mindset, when it comes to, like, sacrificing things, me personally, right? Wow, this is, like, structured very badly, but here's my main point for, I guess, this section is, me personally, I can't balance things, okay? I can't play Fortnite and grind on YouTube. I just can't, right? Because I'm a person who likes to put my all into what I'm focusing on. You know what I mean? So, like, if I'm trying to think of an example right now. Hold on. Let me think of an example. Here's the example, actually. It's the freaking video that I was talking to you guys about. This video... How do we go all the way up again? What the hell? This video right here, that like, is an hour long. The person who... Okay, me personally, I can't just be like, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of that, and then I'm going to do another video. I just can't, right? And now I'm forced to, right? Because it's just a logical thing to do. But back then, I was like, no, I have to finish this video immediately before I go on to the next thing, right? I can't just give a little bit to that and then give it a little bit to that. I wanted to put all of my, like, attention to this video right here, right? I couldn't balance it. Now I have to, right? Now I'm like, I'm abusing the fact that, like, oh, tomorrow is when chapters come out, so I don't really need to edit in the morning, so I can just edit in the morning, you know, do all this stuff, right? So I can use that. But again, like me personally, I just cannot just sit there and not like just put my all into that specific thing I'm focusing on, right? And so that's why I can't balance video games and Fortnite. What? Video games and YouTube. I just can't. I literally cannot, bro. Because one of them is just gonna have the overwhelming like time and effort from me. No matter what, I can't balance things. I have to put more effort into one thing specifically, and then the other one gets like lackluster attention. And so like in the opposite way, right? I was fully focused on YouTube. And on occasion when my friends ask if I'm getting on, I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? I'll get on for a couple hours. Maybe I'll play a little bit of duos with my little brother, right? Maybe. But I'm trash at I was trash at Fortnite, but I was grinding YouTube all day and night, right? Now that's for me personally, right? But something like very not important, very what's the word? I was gonna say broken, like overpowered. So an overpowered thing that comes from like this mindset is the fact that you will always realize that there's more you can put into it. So basically, so for example, right? I used to think about the old days, right? Before December, which was my biggest month by far ever, right? Before December, I used to be like, okay, I can reach my goals, right? But there's more I have to put in. God, I explained this in this video right here, I'm pretty sure, or this video. No, it was this video. I explained in that video that I finished November, right? I think November was a new record, right? It was a little bit higher than my previous record, a little bit higher, right? Maybe $100 more, right? And I entered December. Bro, it's like it was delusional as hell. Just think back to it, but it still worked out in the end. I entered December telling my friends I'm barely gonna get on. I'm going to lock in for December. I kept telling myself that December was gonna be my biggest month, and even though, again, like JJK wasn't even coming out, I didn't read JJK Modulo, right? I was just like JJK Modulo wasn't even popping like it is now, right? Like the Mahoraga stuff, it wasn't even popping like it was then, and I wasn't even reading it, right? I entered December being like, this is going to be my biggest month because I'm going to just make it happen, right? And the only reason why I believed that it was going to happen, even though it was delusional, was because I was like, okay, all I have to do is sacrifice more, right? That's literally all I said. I said I have to sacrifice more. I have to find the right video ideas to drop so I can make this my best month ever. It's OP in the sense that, like, okay, I have my best month in December, right? And I think about it, right? And I'm like, okay, how can I surpass that? I can tell myself, oh yeah, I can surpass that because I can just sacrifice more sleep. I can sacrifice more of the video games. I can sacrifice more of the dilly-dallying, like the TikTok, the Instagram, right? I can sacrifice more of that and put more into the YouTube, and that will give me my new highest month, right? I can continuously say that. Even when, let's say I literally turn into a complete robot, right? I've cut out all distractions. I put literally every single second into YouTube. I will still find a thing to be like, oh yeah, I gotta sacrifice this. Because maybe it's not even like the distractions that I have to sacrifice at this point, right? Maybe I'm not even playing video games, or I don't have TikTok on my phone or Instagram on my phone, and I'm not doing all this stuff. Maybe I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta delete this this process in my video editing, my video making process. What? This step. I mean, did I say step? Whatever. Maybe I have to delete this step. Maybe I have to sacrifice this step from my video editing, video making process to make it more efficient, to make it better, right? And it just continues going forever. You will always find a reason to be like, okay, this is what I can do better. This is what I can sacrifice to improve my results, right? And so overall, I mean, I feel like there's more that I could talk about, but I just I have no idea, bro. But overall, what are you willing to sacrifice to be great, right? Like I have friends. I have friends who like are chasing their own thing. Some of them I feel like I've explained this in the previous video where like I like the motivational stuff, but they don't. So like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I could yap to them about like motivation. I have this one friend who like, if you saw his situation, it's like, bro, clearly you're not sacrificing something specifically, right? And even though you would tell him that, he's just gonna continue like acting like you're antagonizing him or something. It's like, okay, whatever. Like just stay mediocre, bro. But what are you willing to sacrifice, right? Because, bro, I yeah, I brought up friends because there's multiple in mind right now, right? There's multiple in mind where like they're not exactly where they want to be at the moment. And I'm like, okay, maybe some of them do realize that you have to sacrifice because some of them are actually still grinding, and I love that for them, right? Some of them actually still are grinding while being in that delusional state where they're not getting like the results that they that they want, right? So maybe they do understand the sacrifice thing, but some of them like they just complain all day, and it's like, bro, if you understood sacrifice and all that stuff, why would you be complaining, bro? Because you would know that there is something else you need to give up to reach it. And if you don't get, and here's, oh, I didn't explain this. This is what it is. This is what's so OP about it, right? Even beyond the fact that it's like infinite, where like you can continue saying, "Oh, I have to sacrifice this, like sacrifice this." On top of that, right? The biggest thing about the like fact that it's infinite is the fact that if you sacrifice a specific thing, right? Let's say I'm back in my delusional state where I was uploading for 2 years straight and still never broke my record. Like I was uploading for 2 years, right? Different ideas, different like spending a whole bunch of money on thumbnails, all these like, you know what I'm saying, all these hours of work, right? And yeah, so imagine I'm still in that state for those 2 years. And I'm like, okay, I gotta sacrifice video games, right? And then I sacrifice video games and I'm still not in the place I want to be. Then you can be like, okay, you're gonna realize, okay, I'm not in the place I want to be, but I'm a little bit better, right? So I gotta sacrifice another thing. Okay, I'll sacrifice another thing. Even if it doesn't work, bro, you still gotta cling on to the fact that, okay, this means that maybe there's a chance that if I sacrifice this next thing, it's going to be the thing that gets me to where I want to be, right? It's part of being delusional, to be honest, right? Like, it does sound stupid if I said let's think of an example like outside of this. Let's think about like, let me think. Let's think about, oh yeah, let's say you're trying to shoot a 3-pointer, right? And I said, oh yeah, if let's say you're trying to shoot like consistent 3-pointers, right? You try to get better at 3-point shooting, and I'm like, sacrifice like I was about to say like your shoes, but that's not really like, nah, that doesn't really work. Basically what I'm trying to say is like, imagine you sacrifice something that you think is like, okay, this is the reason why I'm not at where I am, and you sacrifice that thing and you're still not where you want to be, right? That would be delusional to be like, oh yeah, okay, so there's something else as well, right, on top of the thing that I already sacrificed, right? It would be delusional to think that, but that's just the way it goes. You have to be delusional to think like to continue going, right? You have to be. This is okay. This one specifically is like, it's a little bit better than the previous one that I recorded. This is a little bit better than the previous one I recorded, but it's still not like completely coherent, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I just hmm. I feel like I said what I said correctly, not correctly, but you know what I mean. Hmm. I don't know, chat. Did what I say like make sense? What are you willing to sacrifice to become great? That's gonna be the title, but I don't know if I actually like conveyed what I'm trying to say correctly. I don't know. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I was okay. My fault, Chad. I was thinking to myself. I was about to be like, maybe this is just not the idea. Maybe I'll just record another idea. But I feel like still this topic would be useful to certain people. So I'm gonna still upload it. Okay, I'm gonna still upload it. And maybe I'm gonna think of another topic to talk about right after this. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments.